Hey guys, how's it going? It is Drake. So, I have a little bit of a confession. A couple of months ago, when the PlayStation 5 showcase was live and it was kicking and everyone was watching it, a couple of friends reached out to me asking for my opinion, what I thought on the games, what I thought was happening. Now they did this for good reason. They are like, Drake knows the studios, he knows the games, he knows what's happening, he keeps his ear to the ground, and 99 times out of 100, I am on it. I know everything that's happening, and I take pride in that. I enjoy it. It's like it's my thing. I just love it. But for whatever reason, I completely forgot the showcase was on, and these friends thought I was joking. I didn't have a clue. I completely missed it. So I went back and watched it after convincing them that I really hadn't seen it. And this is the press conference for those that don't remember or maybe don't know. Sony opened their next generation of gaming with Grand Theft Auto. Now, not Grand Theft Auto 6 or an expansion or some new world or anything like that. Just Grand Theft Auto. That was very telling of what was to come. I have a huge amount of appreciation for Rockstar and what they bring to the industry and how powerful they are as just, it's really cool that they're essentially a UK studio in many regards. So I take a lot of pride in that. But wow, imagine the power you must have, and this isn't what the video's about, but imagine the power you must have as a studio to say, hey, Sony, we know that you're doing your next generation of gaming, right? A PlayStation 5. Cool. We want to send you a game, a trailer to open with, and it's going to be a 7-year-old game. Great. That bewildered me. That isn't why we're here though. We're actually here because I want to talk about the PlayStation 5 in its entirety and its release. As you guys would have noticed, people are kind of losing their minds. They're trying to get their hands on them. People are paying $1,000, $2,000 for these things. I actually got into a debate the other day with a guy that spent $2,800 just getting a few games and a PlayStation 5. I'll be honest, that is kind of what spawned this video. It is bewildering to me. Absolutely bewildering. Now, I don't begrudge anyone for picking up or buying what they want to buy, but I do want to say, as clear as I possibly can, you most likely don't need a PlayStation 5 yet. I've had this debate with a few friends, people on the Discord, and people disagree with me. I am definitely in the minority on this. People have their own individual reasons why they want them. Some people like it because they just like to get involved. They like the consumerism aspect of it. They want to just get the new thing and they want to enjoy their games on the new thing. I totally get that and I appreciate it. I almost did this with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One in 2013. I was broke, but somehow, story for another time, the money I did have, and I shouldn't have done this, but I spent all of the money I had that I shouldn't have spent, and I bought a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One at the time. I didn't even want the Xbox One. It was a really bad deal. I ended up spending like £650, which is like $850, $900. Really bad. Story for another time. But I appreciated what the PlayStation 4 came with, right? I enjoyed Killzone. I remember not enjoying Knack. And I really enjoyed Resogun. And pretty quickly, Sony were on the ball with like, hey, this is E3. This is what we're doing. And I think it's fair to say that for the next couple of years, Sony really dominated the kind of E3 unofficial winner, right? Everyone would always come away saying that Sony won that event. And that goes for almost all of the generation. Sony really ran away with it. And they continue to run away with it now. Let's not forget that the PlayStation 4 will still sell probably millions of copies for years to come. For other countries that maybe aren't so fortunate or don't have the ability to pay exorbitant costs for a PlayStation 5. I know Brazil is typically used as one of those countries. So why should you just... You don't need a PS5. You just don't. Here's why. There's no true next generation games for that system. No true games. The only one I can recognize at absolute best, is Demon's Souls. And it's a PS3 game. That irks me on multiple levels. And I do want to acknowledge that if they came out with like Uncharted, right? The Uncharted collection, which is my favorite franchise, Uncharted, Nathan Drake, etc. It's just my favorite thing ever. If Sony said, hey, Uncharted 5 is a launch title, I would have paid $1,000 for the console. Okay, no, I probably wouldn't have done, actually. I would have paid $500, I would have pre-ordered one, I would have got the game. I would not begrudge anyone for spending $500 or pounds or euros on a PlayStation 5 to play Demon's Souls. If it is your absolute favorite game of all time and you just want to get back into that world, I totally appreciate it. But here's the thing, for most people, and this is what I found when talking to some friends and some people on the Discord, they're getting games like FIFA, NBA, Call of Duty, and you're effectively paying this entry price of £500 in my case, perhaps dollars in your case, or euros, to play games that you can already play for a marginal upgrade. Now, I find this problematic from a consumer standpoint because the price is only going to go down, right? And I don't mean that in a literal sense of the console will get cheaper, although it will. But in a couple of years, let's say a year, right? Or 6 months, there's going to be more variety of games out, and you're going to be able to, as a consumer, bargain for that, right? Because companies are going to compete with each other, right? Whether it's your high street like shops and stores, or it's your specialized game stores, like in the UK we have Game. If you walk into Game, they're going to have deals that's going to say, hey, here's these 1, 2, 3 games. They're all really good, and it comes with the console. And they're going to be effectively free. I know this because I used to sell them. It used to be my job. This is what happens. It happens every single generation. So for people to run out there straight away and effectively spend $500 on just the console and then buy £70 games, which by the way is ridiculous, for what are effectively mild upgrades on PS4 games, I think is really shooting yourself in the foot. You really don't need to do that. Wait. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do as consumers and gamers. Just wait a little bit. Right around the corner, you have Gran Turismo. You have, Horizon Forbidden West. You have Ratchet and Clank, which I'm not the biggest Ratchet and Clank fan, but the remake on the PlayStation 4 was incredible. You've got something like Deathloop, which looks really, really good. It's from the guys that made Dishonored. I'm hyped for all of these games. So I really feel like, again, I will preface all of this by saying, if you want to go out there and you want to spend your own money on the thing and you enjoy it and you're happy, cool, you do you. But any advice I would give to friends or you guys is to say, hey, just wait a few months. A few months and you're going to be laughing because you're going to get a PlayStation 5 and you're going to get to pick basically whatever games you want. Really good games, first party, second party games that are coming out that are really, really, really strong. That are true next gen games. It could be argued in some senses that Cyberpunk 2077 is not even a true next-gen game right now because it is being held back by a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I find that really problematic. I don't want to see people in that situation. So, I get it. People will go out there, they will do what they want to do. But I feel like, and tell me in the comments below if you disagree, but I genuinely feel like people can just wait.